let me say a couple of quick things about scoring. By now, if you're going to score, okay, you really do have to represent everything. I mean, you need to have the cart full when you show up and say, I can score a movie. Okay, they can ask you to do anything, and you need to be able to do it the very best that has ever been heard. Okay, so that's all the genres. They don't even think about, are you a rock guy, unless they've hired you specifically to be a rock guy. And they're not going to hire me specifically to be anything. They're going to hire me to be the film guy, you know, the composer. So you show up with a full palette and ready to rock. Okay, now. The secret, as many times as you know, I mean, you play the big themes and all of that, and that's just neo-romantic movie writing or modern movie writing, which involves synthesizers and sound design. Okay, like the television shows and the you know, there's elements of acousticness and traditional orchestration, and there's elements of synthetic and sound design things and all of that. So but that's a palette, and that's something you have to learn. Plus, you got to learn all the synthesizer stuff too. Just learn. So, anyway, so, but most of what you will do is support emotion, and that has to do with the director will say to you what they want to happen in here, and what you have to do is elicit that emotion or that point of view or it's an emotion, let's face it, whatever it is, it's an emotion or it wouldn't be music, you know, without getting in the way. And so that requires a certain number of very specific techniques. I swear I could list them for you, okay? And it's all under the heading of going nowhere in a hurry. For instance, the Bourne stuff. Guy does a fabulous job. I can't really recall his name right now, but I study his stuff. I love his stuff. And that's an example of the modern, you know, combination of orchestral and synthetic and full palette. They can do whatever he wants, you know. But you know, there's this long action sequence, and you get to the end and you think, boy, you know, and you think, boy, you know, the music must have been incredible. And you go back and the music is going, just that, you know, and here's a, okay, and they stop for a minute, the music goes, and then, you know, and they'll go like, anything, you know, and then you're like, okay, I've been here for 30 seconds down a step. Same thing. Now you've got a whole nother minute, right? Because you changed keys. I'm not joking. This is the way this works, okay? And the whole idea is to be, in that circumstance, to be exciting without anybody ever really listening to you. And the technique of economy, the techniques of economic writing are wonderful things. It comes from that. It comes from the same school as that line writing, where it's how can we do this? What little things can we do that are just very exciting? You know, and now you have a chance. Now you have a chance to play a sound every now and then, because we've got sound effects going on, and the sound designer guy's throwing everything he can at you. Everything's in heavy echo, you know, and just throwing all of that. But then if there's a little place, boom, now you can put a musical sound that flows back into the action. And they don't mind that. They like that. Okay, if they've got a little pause, you can show off a little bit. But you had better get back in the closet and support all this action, because they didn't come here to see you. They came here to see, you know, Matt Damon. And also techniques of how to write beautiful music underneath without using melody. Try that. Because once you start playing melody, you can't listen to the song, you can't listen to the dialogue anymore. You can play a little, or you can play it way in the background, but you know what I mean. Melody writing, ballad writing, huge, huge deal. The ability to write songs,